Welcome.
And welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. My name is John.
And I'm Kim.
And we thank you for stopping by on a Monday night.
Monday evening. Hope you all had a great weekend.
It is 10 o'clock on a Monday night, so it must be time for the news, right?
And we'd like to thank First Impressions Dentistry for sponsoring tonight's
news. For sponsoring our news tonight. Thank you.
Of Arnold. Thank you
Dr.
very much.
Russell.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Now, what'd you do this weekend?
Same things you did, probably.
Really? We just kind of followed each other around?
No, we didn't. You did probably more covering of stories than I did.
Me?
I can't even remember the weekend. Can you? It's like everything's always a blur on Mondays.
All right, I guess we'll start off with a bit of hard
Friday.
news.
Okay, the hard news.
All right, the hard news tonight is there was a shooting in Arnold actually in Avery over the weekend. This was on Sorrel Drive. There was an argument between two brothers. Mm-hmm. I guess they were there for a birthday party.
Yes, it's the Calaveras.
According to the
Calaveras Sheriff's Department.
According to the official Sheriff's Department release. Now, we started covering this Saturday evening, mm-hmm. And the official release sounds a little tiny bit different than some of the other information that we heard. And based on some of the other stuff we heard, it's a combination of...
It's hard when it's a weekend. We're calling sheriffs on a weekend. You know, some of them are off. They're not even on duty. We spoke with Dave Sewell. We finally were able to get a hold of him, and he had just found out about it when we talked to him on Sunday.
Right.
But it's hard to get all the facts. You know,
should we tell them what we're talking about?
The shooting.
Yeah. Well, okay. Saturday evening, approximately 6 p.m. Let's go to the official release. Approximately 6 p.m. There was a shooting on Sorrel Drive in the Avery area to where there were two brothers.
Mm-hmm. At a residence on Sorrel Way in Avery. The victim, Jimmy Wilson, 37.
Yep.
Of Avery, was shot in the shoulder by his brother, Lee Wilson, 39, of Mountain Ranch.
Right.
With a .25 caliber handgun. Deputies learned the brothers were attending a birthday party for a relative and became involved in an argument. The argument ended when the suspect shot the victim. The suspect fled the area with his... They're saying it... I believe they are saying it was...
I already got it open over
go
here.
Ahead. Okay.
Now, it was his... What were you trying to add there?
It was his daughter. He did have his daughter with him.
17-year-old
but
daughter.
She actually went. She went willingly, right? He didn't take her.
We believe so. We didn't hear that it was a hostage situation or anything like that.
She followed him. Yes, it says right there, followed him.
Yep.
And they actually found her today.
At Big Tree State Park.
Yes.
Unharmed.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So, but they are still looking for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as we know, this evening he's still on the run.
Correct. But we have I believe that argument that they had, I bet once the two brothers talk again, it'll probably continue. Just kidding. And also,
on a good note, the man is doing well. He's
was released.
Very, very lucky.
One of the things we heard is one of the sheriff's report says lodged was in the shoulder, and one of the other things we heard is that this is a little, we don't know for specifically on this, but we understand the bullet may have actually entered in the chest and traveled and lodged in his shoulder, where they were able to remove it with minimally invasively. So, in some ways, the victim was a very, very lucky man.
Yes. So the daughter was found today. The 17-year-old daughter was found today at Big Tree State Park, unarmed. The victim that evening was transported by helicopter to a Modesto area hospital where he was treated and released.
Right.
A search of the surrounding area for the suspect was conducted by the sheriff's SWAT team, and he has not been located. The suspect, Lee Wilson, is described as 5'10", 150 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing camouflage clothing. He is an avid outdoorsman and should be considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information in this case is urged to call the Sheriff's Office at 754-6500 or the anonymous tip line at 7030.
Now, it's kind of an interesting thing on this is because we understand that he left and went out into what is the Ebbets Highland area, which in some of this is on Forest Service land. Some of the area out where, say, maybe the Arnold Rim Trail type of it. Okay. We saw the sheriffs, we saw law enforcement. One we saw Saturday night when I was out there looking was a actual, I believe it was a Parks vehicle.
Okay.
But that area, if he's in that, there's a lot of areas out there where you can actually go. Like, for example, he could have gotten with his daughter all the way up to Big Tree State Park without ever touching Highway 4.
The problem is that now he's going without food. Is he on? Did he flee on foot?
We understand that, yeah. And I guess...
I mean, he's got no food, no food and all that.
He's an outdoorsman. There's squirrels. There's...
that's right. Never thought about that.
There's fish. There's squirrels. There's... No, we're not trying to make light of the situation at all. But I think one of the reasons to be a lighthearted on this is... looks like it will be a happy ending as far as injuries are concerned.
Yes, exactly.
He will have some legal impediments to climb over, but as far as the man that was injured, his brother... to be making a full recovery.
Yes,
all right.
Exactly.
So, what else did you do?
You also did... I can't even remember. Let me see. You also did your quarterly update with Larry Cornish.
We did.
On Friday, and we have full video of that enclosed on thepinetree.net.
We do. And it is
some of it now. You want to just wait for?
Well, I guess we could. It is. Okay. It is. It's half-hour long. I mean, it's about 25 minutes. Yes. So if you want to
that's a good picture
catch up, if you want to catch up on all that's going on at the hospital, let's see here.
Well, you don't even look for it now, John.
I don't. I'm not. No. I know right where it's at.
Okay. All right. I just don't want to see the people don't like to look at you scrolling behind us.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Scrolling. When would we ever scroll?
Some other hard news that happened over the week. Oh, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Now, we're talking about the health fair, talking about all the stuff that's going on at the hospital. New facilities are going to be building starting next year in the Coppertown Square. There we go.
Look at his shirt. Is that his tie?
Yes, he has a flamed tie. A flaming tie.
Man, huh?
He's also very into automobiles.
Oh, yes.
Expensive ones. In fact, he's actually restoring a Ferrari right now. So
we have a physician that we just recruited. His name is Paul DeWin.
Talk about some of the new physicians they're recruiting.
Practice physician who just completed his residency in St. Paul.
There we go.
He'll be down at our Copperopolis family member.
So that's one thing up there. We have another quarterly update. That way you get to spend a little bit of time with Larry Cornish.
Larry Cornish, yes.
And unfortunately, I'm in the video as well.
Yes.
So many of you have had enough of me, but that's neither here nor there. I can't really do much about that. I can try to improve the appearance of the product, which needs to happen, but as far as other stuff.
You mean you as a product, or the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This can of beans.
There was kind of an interesting story. The man under the influence that rear-ended the Calaveras fire truck while en route to a 911 medical aid call. Excuse me.
This is one this morning to where...
Actually, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon when it happened.
Yes, but this is one...
yesterday, right?
As we saw the release come in, and then the first time the release came in, I think they had to do some scribbles on it.
And then they sent us a corrected copy later. Yes.
Copy, and I called Officer Castillo, who was the PIO over at the CHP, and I want to make sure it was right, because I want to make sure this was right, and he chuckled a little bit as well. There was a man that got arrested for drunk driving, and he's going to be embarrassed enough, so we're not going to mention his name on the air. But what happened is he literally, I don't know if there was sirens on, but they probably were. There was a West Point fire truck on its way to a medical aid call, stopping to make a turn, and the man who was driving under the influence actually rear-ended a fire truck.
I'm lucky nobody was hurt. Thank you.
Oh, this is one where...
nobody was injured, which is good. Right?
Right. But, okay. Now, due to an intoxicated state, a 30-year-old West Point male was driving on Highway 26 and was able to stop in time before rear-ending a Calaveras County fire truck on its way to a 911 call. Now, we've also heard some other things is we probably wouldn't say it on the air, but anyway, the man that was driving the fire truck, okay, not only was he a volunteer fireman, he also, in his day job, okay, is somebody that you don't want to rear end his back of his truck.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess we can say we believe that he works in the DA's office.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
so, needless to say, The young man who rear-ended the fire truck, who will remain nameless, at least on the air here, it's going to be a while before he lives this one down.
Yes.
All right. Not only is he going to have the fines to pay for the DUI, you're really drunk if you hit a fire truck with the lights on.
Yes. Okay, John, let's move on to the weekend recap. You're yakking too much about this.
But I thought that was funny.
Well, it's not really funny.
Not funny. But, I mean, nobody was injured.
Yeah, thank goodness.
All right. His pocketbook is going to be severely impacted.
Okay, we had the Zero McDaniel fundraiser over the weekend, which was well attended.
We did.
That was a spaghetti feed, right? Did you eat?
I didn't eat.
Oh, you didn't eat? You never
No.
eat. He always goes and doesn't eat, just takes his pictures and goes. You socialized a little bit. It was very well attended.
Yeah, it was. There was the Met was
he said it was a little dark. It's kind of hard to take some good shots in there, some good pictures. We had that. And what else did we have? I've already forgotten.
Oh, we got shrimp feeds.
We
got all kinds of stuff.
Angel's Murphy's Shrimp Feed, the annual shrimp feed at Murphy's Community Park on Saturday.
Yep, there's all kinds of stuff.
We also had the Mountain Ranch Fun Day, which was out in Mountain Ranch.
Now, did we talk about the bison thing?
We did not.
When did we do our bison piece? We did that
on Friday. We went up there to Railroad. That was on Friday when we went up there.
Wasn't it? I think it was.
Yes. Wait, what else? What else we do? I'm trying to think about what else happened over the weekend. We had the Master Gardeners.
Yeah.
Which also had the children's garden open. We had a darling picture submitted by Mike Neal of Neal Photography. Of a cute little boy out trying to plant strawberries in the parking lot.
And we have, let's see, where is it? This is the Zero McDaniel fundraiser in the Met.
Yeah, I've never been to the Met. Isn't that terrible?
I think even people who are fans of the Met would say that it's an old building. All right, now what we will have is we will have the entire Zero McDaniel speech up on the site, so if you want to follow along. Now, this District 1 race for the Board of Supervisors district will be hotly contested.
Yes.
Two very good quality candidates running for this district race, and it should be interesting going down there. Attending this was we saw in the audience several former supervisors, current supervisors Bill Claudino and Supervisor Chair Steve Walensky were attending.
All right.
Many prominent people, and she's also on the school board, so there were many educational people that we saw there as well.
And we also had the Fireman's Fun Day, which was held on Saturday all day long. Hannah Aldrin went out and covered that for us and took some great photos. If you'd like to take a look at that. What else would happen?
Did we want to mention anything on today?
Well, let's go back first for a minute.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, because I like to go back to the weekend and talk about the weekend first.
Oh.
Then we'll go to today. Do we miss anything for this weekend? I can't remember.
Okay, we had shrimp feeds.
We had shrimp feed.
We had lots of shrimp feeds.
We had shrimp feed, which is a very popular event every year. We had the Bret Hart event on Friday evening, the fundraiser that they did.
Oh yeah,
Remember at
the quarterback club where the Utica Park was filled.
Yes.
With those raising money for the Bret Hart Athletic Club.
That always does so well.
The Bret Hart Athletics.
Nice.
It was a lots of raffles, lots of prizes for those supported the teams.
Okay.
There was a lot of that stuff.
Oh, you also went out to Murphy's Creek Theater.
We did.
And we covered a little bit of
the importance of being earnest.
That was you recommended?
Oh yeah, it was great.
I'd like to actually go see something.
It was very
once,
nice.
You know?
It was
like we missed the one I wanted to see.
We're shrimp feeding with Plan B. Now where is my?
I wanted to go see the one that was.
Oh, that was really
Marsh.
nice. Yeah, Sid did a wonderful job on that. He really did. We're shrimp feeding.
Okay, here's the shrimp feed.
Through.
Probably shouldn't be doing that.
I shouldn't? No?
Well, who are these people? Oh,
now,
look
this was a cool.
This was cool. Look at that.
Now, this is an interesting thing, and we were talking to. Well, let's go back to our library here, and we will go. We'll just. What? What am I doing? Oh, Kim's mad at me because she says I'm scrolling. So I shouldn't scroll. No? Do you want me to now?
Okay,
I'm
the one that's going to
chastised.
get hired by Fox News. You don't have a chance, pal.
I don't have a chance?
You're just not professional enough.
Thanks.
We're going to say that John Hamilton does not know how to do it.
No, but what they're going to say is he can juggle.
Yes,
he can
he can
juggle
juggle.
running a feed, pulling up
Yes,
stuff.
he can.
Okay, the Murphys.
That is true.
The Murphys, Angels Murphys Rotary Shrimp Feed. The project, one of the main projects is restoration for the funder is restoration of the Murphys pool.
Okay.
So needs some improvements back into the pool. This is a well-attended event.
Always
Now,
is.
Murphy's Park, and I
Yes,
know
sir,
if you're
yes.
watching this out of the area, it is one of those things to where there's Sally Mole. Now, one of the things where Murphy's Park is almost idyllic.
Sing.
Almost idyllic in situations like this because
Steve Hayward.
it has the creek running through it
Beautiful.
and everything else. And it was interesting that Dave Haley from Castle and Cook was there, and he was saying the park there is what they hope. One of the things they hope that the Copperopolis Town Square grows up to be.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Once the trees mature
Yes,
and everything
exactly,
else, that's
exactly.
what they want in a bottle. That's
Look at that.
Look at people were actually. This is kind of cool. One of the things is we had to catch a shot. It's probably not as nice a shot as maybe Hannah would have gotten, but I caught my shot.
The pictures. I'm
Now,
ready.
these were people
Right?
there. They were attending the event. There is these are adults, not children,
Yes.
sitting with their feet dangling in the creek.
Looks like fun.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just one
very
of those things
cool.
where everybody's sitting there just dangling in the creek on a balmy.
Yes.
Summer
balmy
night.
Saturday evening. It has been quite balmy lately, as a matter of fact.
Well, I mean, mildly so. So anyway, see
So-
there.
That's a recap of the weekend, right?
Well, there was more,
What else?
huh?
What else happened? I forgot. I can't remember.
You can't.
No, I can't.
What else happened?
I think that's it. I'm gonna say that's the weekend recap. I don't have the weekend calendar in front of me, but I'm gonna say that's about all that happened.
Is that all that happened?
We have something kind of exciting that John's going to be doing on Wednesday afternoon at 12 noon that you'll be able to watch live here on thepinetree.net, right here in Angels Camp.
Yes.
We think he will be interviewing congressional candidate Dr. Bill Durston live, right?
It will. We're going to be doing it live at noon. So
Live at
if you
noon
want to follow
on
along
Wednesday.
on what the congressional candidate. Now, we're going to probably try to cover some of the debates as they get closer to the election. This one will not. This one's not going to be a hostile interview. This
No.
one's going to
Well,
be
of
to
course
where.
not. It's just
Well, I
gonna be
mean,
a question and answer, right?
it is.
He's a
But
nice
this
man. We
is-
have a nice
but
picture
this
of his
is-
family here on the front page.
Right,
Yes.
but I'm just saying is we get because we ran the piece from the town hall meeting from on Congressman Lundgren. This is Dr. Durston's not a response, but this is his time to basically say what his platform is, what he would like to accomplish.
Exactly.
But it will be live.
Actually, very excited for us.
So if you have a lunch on Wednesday,
Yes.
you're sitting at
12
your
o'clock.
you're sitting at your
Tune in.
desk. And you're thinking, okay, I'll check my email or look
to
at
the
my
Pine Tree.
horoscopes or
Yes.
play solitaire. Don't. There's something politically and pertinent that you
Yes.
can do. Go to thepinetree.net. And we will have Dr. Durston live from 12 to 12:30 on
And we
Wednesday.
will also have the replay up later, as we always
Yeah,
do.
it'll
on
be
the
up-
live,
it'll be up
the live.
shortly.
You
One
can
of the
watch it
reasons
in- you don't have to watch it at noon, but it'd be nice if you did.
Right.
You can always watch it later.
we will
right?
have the replay up by 1 p.m.
Yes.
All right?
Okay.
And one of the things we did that was kind of fun this morning. Can I talk about it?
What'd you do? I forgot already. Oh, we haven't talked about the buffalo either yet. Go ahead. What'd you do this
Oh,
morning?
yeah. We need to talk about
Oh
the buffalo.
no, let's not talk about the other one yet until we get it up. That's exciting news.
Which one?
The one from early this morning. No, let's not. That's gonna be a surprise.
Oh, she won't let me tell you.
No. It's a surprise because we've got to put it on the site first. Then we'll talk about it.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to talk about Friday when we took a trip over to Railroad Flat.
Yes,
There
we
had been- There
did.
have been people emailing us asking, why haven't you done a story on the lady that was attacked by the buffalo? So we decided to head over to Railroad Flat to get the scoop. Being the reporters that we are, that's what we do, right?
We do.
Yes, we go out and get the scoop. So we had first we went over to West Point because John thought it was in West Point. We were wrong. So then we went over to Railroad Flat and were directed to the area which we needed to be in.
I was wrong.
I was talking and you're interrupting me. Let me finish what I'm saying, please.
Oh.
We went over to get the scoop. I'm sure a lot of you have heard there was a woman there's two stories, two sides to the story. The gentleman who owns some buffalo in downtown Railroad Flat, by the name of, Dale Buller, has numerous buffalo that apparently escape or go climb over the fence and roam downtown railroad flat. And we happened to catch him as we were going into the store to try to find some people to talk to see if they could give us,
Right.
Just tell I spoke with the gentleman, and I heard his side, and then you got the other side, right? What was his side? His side that she was riding it?
She was trying to ride it and got bucked off. Yes, exactly.
All right.
He said he'd warned her. That I guess he lives right across the street from where this gal lives. And she has an apple tree, and apparently
The buffalo liked apples?
the buffalo likes apples. And she apparently, according to him, she had tried to feed the buffalo apples in the past, correct? And he warned her not to.
Or maybe the buffalo just wanted to come across and have
Yes,
apples.
and I guess she was, and then he said she was trying to ride it and got bucked off. And her 12-year-old daughters who found her, she heard a loud thump
Yeah.
and found her lying in the road with multiple injuries to her legs. Now the townsfolk have a different version.
Yeah, and also from we confirmed, and one of the things he said is there was an initial report out of the sheriff's department that says she was trying to write it as well, and we talked with sheriff spokesman Dave Sewell.
Because he may be the one that called them the call.
And one of the things is at this point now, I don't think anybody thinks that she was actually trying to write it.
I don't think, because buffalo are also
just
big
because,
animals.
yeah, because you're looking at a shoulder height, very tall shoulder height.
Why would you want to write buffalo like that? I don't get. We need to go on to Board of Soups news too. Also, that's tomorrow.
Okay. Well, anyway, and
apparently the lady was injured. She was trying to shoo the buffalo away. This
back
is a version,
into its fence.
Back into its fence, and
Yeah.
it basically attacked her. So
Mr. Buller had said that from one of the things on his side, just to be fair on it, that he says that some people had been damaging his fence. We don't know if that's true or not, but we do know, we were doing a little research for the story, is that, for example, in Yellowstone, during a time frame back in the 70s through 1990, there was actually more people harmed by buffalo.
and it's usually the male
than by
buffalo
bear.
that are mean. Not the women are nice. It's usually the male buffalo.
So it's different it's different than for humans.
Yes.
Because it's usually the men are nice.
So we wish Mrs. Whalen
females-
went well. Apparently, yes. We need to do a follow up and find out how she's doing. If she's still in the hospital, she is going to be fine. Thank
Yeah.
goodness. But she may require some skin grafts.
And
Tomorrow is Board of Supervisors meeting. We need
and
to
we
move
have an
on.
interview with Mary Newell on
Which
there,
we
on the
will-
buffalo.
on our website,
And the
which
title
is-
of our story is "When Buffaloes Roam, Bad Things Happen."
Yes, and this is actually a local gal that lives she lives in the area, and
Yeah.
so she gave us her version of the story.
And we were talking. Can I do one last 20-second thing?
And we have the board. Look what time it is.
Well, I know.
Okay.
All right. When talking with Sergeant Sewell, is you kind of get the feeling is that the Mr. Bull, they don't really get along in Railroad
No, I
Flat
don't
right
think a
now.
lot of people like it. Mr.
And
Buller,
it's so
yeah.
there's a lot of
Matter of fact,
fence mending.
we witnessed a heated exchange between
we did.
Mr. Buller and this lady. Is like, okay, time to move on. Anyway, Board of Suits are back in action tomorrow. They had originally scheduled an addendum to the meeting in regards to the Community Development Agency discussing the general plan update. They have
The
canceled
addendum
that.
didn't live long.
The addendum
like an
lasted
hour.
a couple hours.
Yeah.
And they are canceling that now due to one or two of the Board of Supervisors being out of town. When they would all like to be present for this. They're back in action tomorrow. Minute order is on the agenda authorizing a letter of support for a grant application from the Calaveras Amateur Radio Society Foundation to replace repeater equipment at Fowler Park. They're going to be talking Sierra Nevada Conservancy grant proposal. They're going to be talking short-term loan to Area 12 Agency on Aging. And they're going to be talking a resolution for sitting agreement for Northern California reentry facility with the Sheriff's Office. And
right.
also, the asbestos monofill is back on the agenda, requesting a zoning change.
And that's going to about do it for us
Gonna about
tonight.
do it. There is a city council meeting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. It's
Quickly?
a special meeting.
Yep.
Yes. We have the full agenda on thepinetree.net.
For Angels Camp.
Yes.
And we thank you very much for stopping
you.
by, and we will see you back here tomorrow night. We hope. We thank you for stopping by. And we'll
Nobody's killed us because we talked about their buffalo. Just kidding.
are you scared of Mr. Buller and his buffalo?
I might be a
I
little
don't
bit scared
know.
of Mr.
Anyway,
Buller.
thank you very
Thank
much and have a good night.
Thank you.